Hello, I'm Derrick. I go by Seven, or for those that don't know, I go by Minister Seven. Um, I just want to share my testimony and just encourage somebody through this testimony. So, I have a left foot that has no toes on it. It's been amputated since I was about 6 years old. Um, so it was on Memorial's Day that my left foot was amputated by a lawnmower that you could actually sit on and drive by my grandfather. At the time, I was about 6.5 years old. um it was really challenging at that time because I'm 6. My left foot is stuck under the lawnmower, so you don't know what to do at the age of 6. You're screaming and you're calling for your mom. My grandfather had to turn the lawnmower off and turn it right back on just for the blade to kind of loosen it up. And then the rest of it just kind of got stuck under there. And so he's running me through the door, trying to get me to the hospital. My mom is crying and screaming. Fast forward a little bit. um I had to go through Shriners Hospital to get like special made prosthetic rubber foots. I had to get special made casts. I was in wheelchairs and crutches. There were times I was trying to walk and fell on the ground and messed my knee up, scraped my elbow, trying to learn how to walk all over again. Eventually, God blessed me to learn how to start walking with a rubber foot over my actual foot. Um, but I did get picked on a lot growing up about that because people didn't understand what was happening. Sometimes they would take my rubber foot and throw it back and forward like a football, picking on me and teasing on me. But eventually, that's where I got into sports and did cross country and was learning how to run and do distance. And eventually, learning how to run and doing that sports, I learned endurance and how to pick up the speed and how to just endure your walk and just keep on pacing. And eventually, I was at a service one night and they had asked me to minister through poetry and spoken words. So for the first time ever in history, I did something that I would not normally do, which was take off my rubber foot and minister with it in my hand because I was still a little bit nervous and unconscious about how people would receive it. But the night before, I said, God, I wanted a new walk. And I did not know that what I was saying was prophetically declaring not just a walk from my rubber foot on my foot, but I was actually saying I wanted a new walk with God. Didn't know that I was actually asking for something bigger than just this. And that night that I ministered, I took my rubber foot off, and I remember holding it while I was ministering with it. And then from there, I looked behind me, and there was a big wooden cross behind me. And I tossed it at the cross. And from that day forward, I have not picked up that rubber cast and wore it since then. So it's been almost, I want to say, 12 years since I wore a rubber foot over my actual foot. So God has given me the grace to be able to walk in normal shoes and dress shoes again, where I don't need a rubber cast to actually walk with it as support. Um, and just to even testify how it will be this September, it'll be 37 years I grew up without a dad. But to know that God is my greatest father ever, and He gave me a not just a spiritual father, but somebody I actually consider my father, who came all the way from South Johannesburg, Africa. His name is Dr. Apostle Medi from Christhood International Worldwide Ministry. When I say he is literally like the father I've been looking for, the father I've been praying for, the father in my dreams I used to always think about, he literally is like the father of all fathers. And just, he's been like encouraging me on what it means to be a pastor, what it means to be a servant, what it means to be a leader, what it means to be a man after God's own heart, and just how to be a man of the people in the community. And just reminding me that there are people waiting to hear your story and your testimony, because you never know who's going to be reached, who's going to be touched, and how it's going to change the lives of many people. And so I'm just hoping this testimony encourages who's ever out there that you do have a father that's already known you before you were born, and that he will send you men or women to mother you and be that mentor where your physical parents may have not been there. God will send the right people to be there in that place, and just propel you where you need to be. So I just hope this testimony reminds somebody that if God can do it for me, He can do it for you. He's not a respecter of person. So if He can take no toes that's in the shape of a broken heart and make it well known, He can do the same thing for your situation and make it even better where the people will receive you even more than what you believe. Thank you.